That is a beautiful sunrise. When's the last time you watched a sunrise? Well, right now, that's the last time. But before that, who knows? Good morning. I'm Matt. This is Iron Sharpens Iron, and I want to thank you for joining me this morning. And I have something a funny story that happened yesterday as I was cooking that reminded me of the importance of this channel, this community that I want to build, the idea of iron sharpens iron. See, to be the iron that sharpens iron, to be the type of person that challenges and motivates other people and holds other people accountable means we have to be in a position where we are motivated and held accountable by other people. And that means necessarily that we have to be around other people. Hopefully there are other people that challenge us. Hopefully there are other people that motivate us. Hopefully there are other people who can hold us accountable and push us to higher heights. We don't always have the privilege or the luxury of surrounding ourselves with people who can challenge us and pull us up. There are frequently people who pull us back, hold us down, drag us back, and that's just life. That's going to happen. Hopefully we can minimize that. I don't think there's any way to completely eliminate that, at least not in a healthy way, because ultimately the people that would be the ones who would pull us back or drag us down are also the people who would need us to pull them up and to motivate them and challenge them. And like I've mentioned with the Dead Sea many times, even if we were able to find a life that we could live where we were only with other people who could challenge us and motivate us, people who were better than us in certain aspects that could lift us up, then we would be in a position where we had nobody that we were pouring into. We would be in a position where we have nothing going out. And just like the Dead Sea, we would become stagnant. We would become essentially greedy and useless to the world around us. We would just be a sponge sucking everything up, never giving out, and that's bad. So the funny story that I want to bring into today's video is something that happened yesterday when I was cooking. See, I had a paper towel and I wiped out the inside of a pan that I was cooking with because I wiped it down with oil, and I left it on the counter next to the stove. And it's a gas stove, and I had the flame up pretty high, and probably higher than I should have. And even though the paper towel wasn't directly touching the flame, as I stood there, I could see the paper towel start turning brown and start smoking. And eventually it actually caught on fire from just the heat transference. So I pulled the paper towel away and blew it out, and I put it back on the counter. Unfortunately, I put it back on the counter in the same spot that it was previously. And almost immediately I noticed that this paper towel started smoldering and smoking again. And I left it there just to see what would happen, and sure enough, it reignited. It caught on fire again. And it may sound like a stupid story. It may sound like a stupid thing. Like, Matt, why would you put a paper towel on the counter next to an open flame? You're dumb. Well, yeah, that's probably not the smartest idea. But the point of the story is this, that paper towel represents me. That paper towel hopefully represents you as well. And what I mean by that is, because we are that paper towel, when we are around other people who challenge us, when we are around other people who are just on fire and passionate about something, whether it's God or church, a business idea, a project that we're developing, something that we're coding, whatever it is, a hobby, some sort of passion where people are just passionate and on fire for something, it is almost impossible to be around them and not catch on fire with that same passion. The flip side is true that if it's something that's negative, if it's a negative addiction, if it's a negative passion, if it's something that is pulling us in the wrong direction, we're going to be caught on fire and pulled in the wrong direction as well. But the opposite, not just the inverse of that argument, the opposite is when we are pulled away from those people, when we are pulled away from people who are on fire, when we are pulled away from people who are passionate and driven and motivated, then just like that paper towel, our fire goes out as well. Our passion dies as well. Our inner challenge, our inner motivation just goes out. There's nothing feeding that fire anymore. And when we find ourselves in that position, it's easy to give up. It's easy to get discouraged. And that's kind of where I am right now. But I also realize that just because I'm not on fire, I'm not passionate, I might be struggling right now, I also realize that if I go back into that situation where I'm around other people who are motivated and challenged, just like that paper towel, almost immediately I will notice a change. I might not catch on fire again immediately, but immediately I will be challenged. Immediately I will be in that environment that got me on fire in the first place. So very quickly, whether it's immediate or not, it will be very quick, very rapid, where I will begin to be challenged. I will begin to smolder again, just like that paper towel. It didn't immediately catch on fire, but it immediately started turning brown again, and it immediately started smoldering and smoking, and that's an instant change that shows that it's starting to get on fire again. And ultimately, obviously, it caught on fire again. That's us. That's the attitude I want all of us to have. That's the attitude I want for me, so that I know that when I'm challenged, when I'm discouraged, when I'm unmotivated, instead of withdrawing and being seclusive or secluded and reclusive like I am, that's my trauma and stress response normally, I want to motivate myself to know that if I push myself back into an accountability setting where I will be with other people who motivate me and challenge me, I will almost immediately catch back on fire and become passionate again. But hopefully that motivates me to go around the people that I know who need to be challenged, because it won't take very long for me to see that positive change in them. Just like this sunrise right here. You know, it's dark. You can kind of see the sun coming up over that little hill over there. And then all of a sudden, if you're staring at it, boom, right in the face, you get those rays of sunlight that hit you right almost immediately. It's almost a sudden change from the sun barely coming up to the sun is blinding you and there's shadows everywhere. And that's the message I want for you to have today. That's the challenge I want to bring to you today. That's the challenge that I'm dealing with today that I want to hold on to. And it just like a rocket ship going up, I want to grab onto it, because that's the motivation in the life that I want, where I'm constantly challenging myself and getting better. Yeah, there's going to be ups and downs, but during those downtimes, if I continue to push through, if I continue to put myself intentionally around people who can motivate me, then those downswings are going to be minimized. Those downswings are going to be fairly easy to get through. They're no fun. Sometimes they suck. I get it. But just like that paper towel, get near the flame. Get near whoever it is in your life who can challenge you, who can motivate you, whether it's this channel, whether it's me with these videos, or whether it's somebody else. It doesn't matter, but continually put yourself around the people who can motivate you and challenge you and set you on fire for the things that really matter the most to you. And then remember, if you pull back at all, yes, we all need breaks. We all need mental health breaks. We all need, physical breaks. We all just need stress relief moments. I get it. But if you go away for too long, that fire will die. And so will your motivation, and so will your progress. So keep pushing forward. Motivate yourself, challenge yourself, but do it in a way that, it's hard to motivate ourselves, but the easiest way to do that is simply by putting ourselves in a position where the people around us will do it for us and with us and help us out. Just like two magnets, or just like the Bible says, if you draw near to God, he'll draw near to you, but just like two magnets. Or I've said this before in other videos, it's been a while, but if you watch a slow motion lightning strike, lightning comes down from the heavens, from the clouds, lightning comes down from the skies, and as it goes down to earth, if you watch a video of a slow motion lightning strike, you will actually see electrical energy or a lightning bolt coming up from the earth, and it'll meet that one coming down from the heaven. Just like two magnets. If you put a magnet in your hand and you slowly bring another magnet to it, eventually the magnet in your hand will jump up out of your hand. And that's what motivation is. That's what accountability is. That if you put yourself in a position where you will be with other people who motivate you and challenge you, eventually they will pull you up, but eventually you will get to a point where you simply jump up and you explode with progress. That's what I want for me, and that's what I want for you. So that's my message for you today. Challenge yourself. Be that paper towel near a heat source. And if you find yourself being pulled away from the heat source, do everything you can to go back to it. So until next time, I love you guys. Hopefully you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this video with a friend of yours or somebody you know who needs some encouragement today. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to go back to this beautiful sunrise. Ooh, look at that. Over the lake and everything. All right. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video.